Here we are.
Hello.
Tea for lunch.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Or whatever day it is that you're
Thursday.
listening to this.
Oh, right. Yeah. True. You could be listening on a Friday.
Yeah.
Or on a Saturday.
So happy day to you, listener.
Happy day to you. How fun to be on Tea for Lunch with you, Benjami.
I know. I was thinking this probably should happen a while ago, but other people
We've been on Tea for Lunch together before.
No. We haven't. What did we talk about?
I feel like
I've done Tea for Lunch with Mr. Michael Payne.
Okay.
And Manuel.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yes. Congratulations.
I'm so happy to be here with you. We should cheers.
Yes. Cheers to the first time on Tea for Lunch together. As you
the
can
OG
see, this
Latinos
isn't...
of the arcade.
Right, yeah.
Well, I am the OG.
Well, you are, and then
I brought you on.
Latino gang.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then, as you can see, the T is on here, not in here. And
Exactly.
what I mean by, for those that can't see what we're talking about, we have these very fancy glasses.
I'd call them goblets.
Or goblets, sure. They're goblets, and they don't have tea. They have non-alcoholic beer.
Yes.
So we're getting funkier and funkier with drinks on the show.
Yeah, we're just like really going rogue with the tea theme. The tea, as you said, is what we're talking about, not what we're drinking.
Exactly, yeah.
Because nobody here actually likes tea.
Didn't think about it before, but we still do have some very hot tea.
Yeah, the tea is good. The tea we're drinking is not tea. Okay, I'm going to do our intro because we have stuff to talk about and also need to address the elephant in the room. Welcome to Tea for Lunch, a show where we serve up the news that you need to know in 15 minutes or less. If you're new here, every week we'll get at you with a main story covering some sort of marketing or tech angle, and then we'll also talk about trends and some pop culture stuff that we're watching. You can catch the show live on Instagram every Thursday at around 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, or you can listen to the replay on all podcast platforms every Friday. It'll go live for you. So
that's right.
We need to talk about a few people in the chat already noticing our bare wall. And if you are listening to this, you'll need to go back to our Instagram to see the difference because it's like such a major change.
Yeah, I mean, it looked kind of like a crime scene, like investigation, like somebody trying to put together a puzzle before, and now it's clean. I wouldn't say like naked, but close.
It feels
close.
Naked. Like, and I know it's so funny. So many people have come to the office, and I'd be like, "What do you think about the wall?" And they'd be like, "Oh, they've been here like all day long, and they don't even notice it."
Yeah.
But I feel like it's so obvious. Like,
I know. I also feel like when you walk out of your office, it's like the first thing that's in front of you.
True.
But people walking out this corner don't really see it. But
yeah. But our backdrop for Tea for Lunch has been removed. We had to use this area for a client shoot, so we had to take it all down. But we have plans for this wall.
Yeah.
We're going to rebrand it and redo something similar but different. Maybe add new updated photos. It's quite old. Like, if you know, you know. But, yeah, so we're going to redo it. And it might not look so much like as a crime scene, but more like a little art wall.
Yeah, the things you do for your clients.
I know.
Get rid of your backdrop.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned. We'll have a new wall up. And if you're, do you want to ask people if they have suggestions?
Yeah, I mean, if we have direction in mind, but we of course listen to the public, and if there's anything that catches our attention in terms of suggestions for what to have back here, let us know.
Yes. We'll listen, but we have plans.
We'll listen a little bit.
A little bit. How's your week so far?
Week is short, which means, because Monday was a holiday, which means that the rest of the week is a little insane. It's packed with a lot of work, but it's okay. We're doing all right. Are you surviving?
I'm surviving. Are you in favor of a 4-day work week, or are you not in favor of it?
I think I'm more not in favor because of my experience with short weeks. But that's also like coming from this context, like agency, kind of like things keep moving no matter what. So there could be other contexts in which I would be okay with it, but in this one, in this one, no. I need as much time as I can.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I am not in favor of a 4-day work week, and I know lots of people are like, do it, and they seem like they say that they're more productive in 4 days. I just don't like rushing my work. I find like when you need to be creative, like I just can't like turn it on. I need to like sit and think with things. So I just would prefer 5 days.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like my creativity is slow. It's slower. So I need time to like rev it up.
Exactly. So I don't like a 4-day work week, but here we are.
Yeah.
We'll get through it.
We're surviving.
Okay, should we get into our stories?
Yeah, let's do it. Story number 1. We had another story as number 1, but we're going to keep it to the end because it's tastier.
We're saving our juiciest story for that.
Yeah. Story number 1 is that Mr. West, Kanye, is mad at Adidas. Yeah, he's mad at Adidas. They've been partners for a while now, and it's specifically for Yeezy Day. So basically, he's not happy with the partnership because he claims a number of actions have been taken without his consent. He's like the author of Yeezy, and a lot of things have been going on without his kind of check of approval, including running the event Yeezy Day. So Yeezy Day has been a holiday for the brand since August 2nd of 2019 and is used to promote the Adidas Yeezy line. But he's claiming that the brand, so Adidas, has been bringing back older styles, picking and naming new colors, and even hiring people like general management positions for Yeezy without him even consenting to it. And then he's also noted that Adidas told him that they didn't have capacity in the past to produce more Yeezy slides because that was a request that he had for Adidas, and they're like, no, we don't have the capacity to do it. But at the same time, they were producing their own version of a slide that isn't like, if you look at the two images, you should look them up. If you look at the images, they look very similar in the sense that they're both like this kind of clunky, kind of like mushy slide. But I don't know. I mean, it's different enough for, I think, Adidas to be like, yeah, it's not the same thing. But slides, I mean, how much can you really do with slides in terms of the overall look of it?
Yeah.
I am though thinking that Kanye has a point with the whole like decisions and hiring and bringing back old styles and colors without his check of approval.
So you are on Kanye's side?
Yes, for the most part.
Cool. I agree that bringing back old styles is kind of sketchy. Making your own shoe that's kind of like the Yeezy slide but not the Yeezy slide, that would be kind of sketchy. But at the same time, like, could you imagine trying to get Kanye's approval on things? Like, how hard can that be? And I'm sure there's like, production deadlines they have to meet, and they have like, it's like a corporation. Like you don't have the freedom that you might wish you could have as an artist.
Right. It's not a one-on-one conversation. Like, let me call up Kanye and see like what
this will be a quick approval. We'll just set up a meeting. Like, that's not how you work with Kanye.
Right. But they also they know Kanye.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like
the other thing is Kanye's so upset about this like Yeezy Day, but like it's been around since 2019.
Right. It's
like,
late,
2022.
Yeah. Well, see, my question was, because I don't have the entirety on this, is he mad about this specific Yeezy Day, like 2022 Yeezy Day, or he's like every Yeezy Day since 2019 wasn't like under his approval? Because I think that's different. Like, to your point.
Right, yeah.
Like,
so
where were you?
Exactly. If you're like suddenly mad about this thing that's been happening for the last 3 years.
Exactly.
Which I could see Kanye doing.
I could see that too, actually. It's not all bad though. Like, I mean, he did kind of call out towards the end, like, hey, Yeezy is 68% of Adidas online sales. God step in. I did not know that. That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Like, Mans is carrying the
He's
team.
carrying the team for sure.
And then, I mean, I'm interested to see like if this ends up being like some kind of deviation from Adidas, because he is now doing stuff with Gap, and there's the Yeezy Gap Balenciaga collaboration, and apparently he's super happy with that. Like, his main point of contact at Gap, he praises this guy. He's like, this man understands me. He lets me do my thing. He actually even pushes me outside my comfort zone, which I feel like not a lot of people do that for Kanye. Like, he's already like, what is his
Yeah.
comfort zone? So I don't know. Like, is that it? I don't know why he would bring that up in this context. Like, maybe he's saying,
I know why.
He's like, watch out. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
he exactly. It's a threat. I think if you're gonna ever go into business with Kanye, you need a really good Kanye wrangler.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
he needs to be like a Kanye whisperer, like someone who can charm him and stay on his like level, give him what he needs, but also like be the point person or middleman between the corporation and the artist.
Yeah. Would you go into
artiste.
business with Kanye?
No.
I wouldn't either.
I don't have the finesse. I feel like if anyone could be that, it could be Mike. Mike has a way of like holding the line, but making everyone feel like you are getting what you want.
True. Yeah.
It's a certain skill set. I don't have it.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a talent, really.
It is
like,
a talent.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Okay,
Wow.
let's get into our next story. Reels Play is here for U.S. residents. All Canadians are crying, but it's a new feature that allows creators to earn money directly from Instagram by creating Reels. And users must have more than 1 million followers, no big deal, and have a professional account, follow Instagram's terms and conditions, and be in the U.S. So I assume this is kind of similar to what TikTok was doing, where they were like paying people to use Reels or TikToks. So cool, but
Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
I feel like it's more than 1 million, right? More than 1 million
You
followers?
have to have less than 1 million
Okay,
followers.
less than 1 million. Well, okay, this is my thought on that. Like, is it a big enough incentive? Like, could you make good enough money that you feel like, you know, all you can do is make reels and make reels and make reels?
I feel like Reels are so easy to make right now. So like, that's easy money.
Mm-hmm. But is it good money?
I don't know. I doubt
that's-
it's good money.
Right? Like, proportionally speaking, like, you get 1 million views, right? Let's say, because that's nice. 1 million views is big. Like, are you going to be making...
Well, the thing is, you can make money not just from Instagram for making the reels, but you can also make sponsored reels and make more money.
Can
off
you
them.
double up on that? Like,
Why not?
I wonder. Like, I wonder if you could be in a paid partnership, like me and you in a paid partnership, and you're making your reel, and then on top of that, Instagram is also paying you on that same reel.
I'd assume that you should be able to do that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because they're all about creators making money.
Yeah, I wonder like how long it'll take. Like, if this is a rollout, I wonder how long it'll take for it to get to other places. Because all Canadians were like scrolling through that, like the Instagram for Business or whoever posted it. They're scrolling through that carousel and they're like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And then like, I have less than 1 million followers, and then they get to the part where it's like only for U.S. residents, and everybody's like, "Out of here."
Yeah, well, Instagram goes back and forth on it. Like, sometimes they'll roll out something just for the U.S., and then they'll take it away before they roll it out globally.
Right.
But I wonder if it's like decently successful and it like stops people from being so upset about this like new Reels direction.
True.
Maybe they'll roll it out globally.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
honestly,
it's a
like,
nice motivation.
yeah, I mean, their audience in the U.S. is like so much bigger than Canada. So no offense to us, but they don't really need us to be part of it.
Are people moving to Canada? I feel like
No.
people are moving away. Especially
Well, I don't know.
young people, I think, are moving out of Canada. Calgary, at least, I know that they are.
Should we get into other
Yeah,
story?
let's move on before we start dissing the city we live in. Okay, not finally. Travis Scott lands Road to Utopia Las Vegas residency. And this is 1 year after the Astroworld tragedy. So we know that a year ago-ish, up to 10 people passed away tragically during his Astroworld show. And, you know, there's a lot to talk about there, because even from like other artists doing big shows, and Travis got a lot of hate, his team got a lot of hate.
And he's still in lawsuits. Like, there's 2,800 other victims who are currently in a class action lawsuit with him.
Right. And I mean, I feel like it's not on air as much anymore. But now that this is happening, like, he landed his Las Vegas residency, which isn't exactly the same. It's in a club, is what I'm understanding. It's not like an open kind of venue. The vibe is different, but people obviously have the questions, like, Can I be a Travis Scott fan and go to a live event without, having some tragic event happen to me or the people around me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like Travis Scott will never escape this question, and like you could go back and forth all day about like who's at fault and what could have prevented this.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, it's like such a tragic thing that happened at Astroworld, and like it happened. So I think at some point he's going to have to go on tour again. At some point he's going to have to do live shows again. And it does make sense. I am happy to see that it is at a closed venue.
Mm-hmm.
So like the venue can control, like, because crowd control was a big part of what happened or led to the deaths of so many people at Astroworld.
Right.
Like there was no crowd control. So like this is a closed event, it's a club, you like control who comes in and out, so hopefully that makes it a safer environment. And I imagine that like his overall vibe at these shows, like Travis Scott shows were known for being violent, like, and known for being like
that's
crazy
one of the motivators
pits.
for some people. They want to go mosh.
Exactly. So there's a whole documentary I think about that. So I think maybe this has inspired a bit more of like a subdued kind of vibe, but who knows? Like, as long as it's in a safe environment, like moshing doesn't necessarily need to be dangerous, but maybe they're finding a way to make it more safe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see like what those meetings look like, those internal meetings. Like, what are we gonna do to avoid this? And even though it's a different venue, like, what parameters do we have in place? Yeah,
I'm hoping that it goes well. It's really interesting to see that like he's doing a series of shows again. I'm sure like lots of eyeballs will be on it, especially the first few. I think I read that this is not his first show since Astroworld. Like he's done a show in a club in Miami before. So if that went well, then here's hoping.
I missed it by one day.
Oh really?
Yeah, when I went.
Would you have gone?
I don't know. I think maybe for the culture, for the experience, like maybe. But I don't. I would have. There would have been flags for sure, like, ooh.
Wow, that would have been iconic if he had gone to his first show since...
Yeah, I mean, I heard it was insane, but I know they don't, like, let a lot of, like, recording, and there's almost, like, no footage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, should we get to our hero story for the day? Our big one? Yes. Beyonce released her new album, Renaissance, and it has a bit of drama connected to it. So first of all, let's talk about the album. Do you like it?
I...
Oh my gosh.
Don't love it. I don't love it. And
breaking my heart.
The reason why I don't love it is because I don't feel like it's musically... Like, I'm a big, like, music first and then, like, message after or, like, lyrics after. So for me, musically it doesn't impress me. Everything else that Beyonce does, though, is, like, standard for so many other artists, like video production and like the message behind her music, and then of course like the live performances and entertainment on its own. But musically, I feel like it's just good. It's Beyonce good, which is better than most, but it's not like I'm not listening to it on repeat. Yeah, maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Okay, so Beyonce can do no wrong in my books. Like, I love everything that she touches. I do wish that there were visuals connected to this album, and maybe she's like, it's just so weird that she wouldn't. Like, she's always said that, like, I see music, so like, why aren't we seeing this music?
I think
like,
it should come. Like, I think it will.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
So I'm just like antsy to see that, because it would provide so much context to this album, especially since it sounds so different compared to her other stuff. And then I think with us, like, Beyonce's on such a different level with like the depth of the music that she puts out. So like for us mere mortals, like how are we supposed to interpret this music?
We need
so
a play-by-play.
So we need the visuals to come out. So whatever like intention she set with this new album, we haven't seen the full picture yet.
Yeah.
Like we only have these eyes. We don't have Beyonce's eyes to this. So I'm just like anxiously waiting for that moment to happen so we can see the visuals. But there's been a lot of controversy with the album so far. First of all, she was called out on an ableist slur that was added to or was included in the song Heated, which was so interesting because literally the same slur was actually just removed from a Lizzo song like a month ago. And she had to she was involved in her own controversy around the slur. So it's so fascinating that no one on her, like, Beyonce's team
That's
saw that and, like,
the thing.
could, like, get ahead of that and, like, remove it before it goes live.
Yeah, because even, like, I know we're not managing, like, somebody as big as Beyonce, but whenever you're in the industry, you're in it, you have multiple eyes, you know, and ears kind of to the ground and seeing what's flying, what's not flying.
Yeah, how did they not catch that?
Yeah.
Like, it was literally a month ago that Lizzo had to deal with it. And I really loved Lizzo's reaction. She's actually, like, widely praised for being so, like, receptive and, like, open to feedback and being so vulnerable with it.
And she was the one to respond to, like, directly
it was
to
like
the
Lizzo's
problem.
Instagram.
Exactly, yeah.
Unlike,
I don't think we'll get some. I mean, I don't know if we'll get something from Beyonce.
No, she didn't. Her reps, like, confirmed in an interview to Variety or something that it's being removed. So, whatever. And then the other controversy is that she was accused of theft by Khalees. After Khalees found out that a sample of her song "Milkshake" was referenced in her song "Energy." So what's really, this is, like, so funny to me. So Khalees got, like, all hot and bothered because she found out through the internet, through a fan site, that there was a sample of her song "Milkshake" on a Beyonce song, but this was before the song was even released. So she was, like, came out and was, like, all upset about it, and she's like, the least she could do is contact me, and it's common decency, whatever. Then she actually listened to the song, and it came out, and then she, like, released a statement and said, like, she's not as upset as she would have been because it's just, like, a really, really minor part of the song. And she's actually more upset with Pharrell because they're the one that produced her album, which included her song "Milkshake" on it, and she didn't get any royalties from that. So it kind of just, like, brought up some bad blood.
Yeah, but it's like, it's kind of like the Yeezy Day thing. It's like, that happened how long ago now, and you're just bringing it up now, and it's like, I mean, my opinion is that she's using this to get the attention that she wants. Obviously she feels like she got robbed. Over 20 years ago or something? Yeah,
that's like not a new song.
And yeah, everybody has heard this. And anyway, I just think she's just riding the wave now, like the wave of, you know.
The one thing I will say though, Beyonce can make it right. You know, like, what if she brings Khalees on the video or something and pays her for that?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does already say something, like, I think Beyonce finds value in Khalees's, you know, complaint. Because if she didn't, then she wouldn't have removed it. And
Beyonce is the kind of, like, artist to bring other women around her and to, like, elevate other women. So, like, I would love to see her do something with Khalees. Like, why not?
That would be pretty interesting. Yeah, turn a negative into a positive.
And that's, like, Beyonce's PR move. Like, she's always like, oh, you're talking about this? Like, let me level up this conversation.
Yeah. Will we see? Who would like to see a Beyonce Khalees collab?
I don't need a collab.
No, I'm kidding.
I want to see a Beyonce. I was like, not me. But I do want to see a Beyonce and Lizzo collab.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can, well...
And they both lived in Houston for a little... Well, Beyonce grew up in Houston, and Lizzo lived in Houston for a little bit.
Right.
So why not?
I mean, yeah.
H-Town
that would
represent.
be cool. I can see that.
Yeah. I would love to see it. And then this is just, like, a fun fact, but in this, like, spirit of changing lyrics, Monica Lewinsky has come out and asked for Beyonce to change the lyric from her 2013 song Partition, where she says that she used Monica Lewinsky as a verb, and that's all I'll say about it. So I think that's really funny. That, like, why not? Like, if we're in the, like, here changing lyrics, it's one thing to change a lyric, like, literally the week that a song comes out. It's another thing to change a lyric, like, 5 years later. Like,
also, I'm pretty sure there's more than one Monica, like, reference.
And yeah, are you gonna hunt down everyone who's used your name in a song? You know what? Actually, sorry, this is another tangent, but I saw an interview with Halle Berry, and she didn't even know that Kendrick Lamar used her name in the song, but she was, like, flattered. And most people, I mean, the way
Bruno Mars has a Halle Berry reference in his song.
Yeah, and
it's
I mean,
like
if you're
voice.
Halle Berry, like, how can you not be surprised that people are using your name?
True.
But
Yeah.
I mean, this is a totally different context to how they're using her name compared to Monocle.
Yeah.
But.
Would you want your name to be in a song?
Yeah. I mean, like, wouldn't you?
It depends. Like, if
I'll
it's
take
in
it.
in the Monica context, I don't know. I might skip.
I know, but I mean, she had like a lot of other. There's a lot of ways that she needs to rebrand her name.
Word. Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
thank you for listening.
Now that we've wet your palate, go eat something more substantial.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Ciao.